Oh, is this from the race people out there? They want. It was like pushing a giant shipping container full of angry cats up a dirt road in the middle of winter. That old chestnut. It was an amazingly challenging thing, Amanda.
It was. I think we were naive enough and innocent enough to follow our dreams, and thank God we did, but in retrospect, it was such an incredible journey. We had to find financing, and that was like insane, and we shot a test scene like a year before we shot the actual webisodes, and we worked on a lot of good faith, and it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and had we known how difficult the road would have been, I'm not sure we would have gone down it. I'd like to think we would have, but I'm not sure
Differently.
we would have. So, naivete helps, innocence.
But you guys went down, I mean, this show, there was no road. I mean,
There was no road.
The road didn't exist yet. It was just figuring it out, and I mean, literally, the show paved the way for so many fantastic shows that are now coming.
It was like we did the Dunkirk failed invasion so that Overlord could happen 3 years later. It was,
You can see how Sanctuary comes out of his head, right? The cats and
But we found private financers. We were very lucky. The BD Group, who is a huge supporter of the show, financed our webisodes, and we were able to pull together a team and get it made. Without them, I don't know, we'd probably still be trying to find financing. And we'd still be squatting in a booth down on the floor like we did 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
I think, to be honest, the climate has changed. Online is like the ground constantly moving under your feet. And back when we started in 06, 07, there was this kind of smell of revolution in the air that the internet was gonna take down TV, which in hindsight is ludicrous. I mean, they are working together now in a different way. But back then, there was like this, kind of Valkyrie vibe going on where people thought we're gonna do it. And that's what got people excited about it. But really what it did is I think we smartly targeted you guys, the people who are the real believers, the early adopters, the guys who can see it and get it early. And then once that beachhead was established, the rest became academic because the idea was accepted and loved. And that is the most important thing we achieved. And always proud of that, always. So we owe it to you guys, really.
Yeah, so many of you were there from the beginning, right? We just talked, we were just doing an interview talking about that, how our fans are, and no disrespect to fans of other shows, but our fans are probably the most kick-ass fans.
Yeah, we got the best fans.
They are. You are.
I mean, so many of you have so much invested in us in this show.
This is almost a personal ownership with it because of how it started, and we're really proud of that. Proud of all the people that have stuck by it.
Yeah, so thank you guys, really.
Unfortunately, we are just about out of time. Really quickly before we go, because I want to mention this, Amanda, you and Damien started a charity this year. Yeah?
Yes, we did.
It's called Sanctuary for Kids.
Yes.
And it is you lock children in a creepy mansion. What is the charity? Yes.
Not an animated series.
Feast and hot meals.
Where can people go to make a donation and get involved?
Sanctuaryforkids.org. It's a very grassroots charity that we started in November. We're super proud of how well it's done, but it was germinated because of you guys. The idea, we worked on it for about a year before we launched it, came from the understanding that the sci-fi community is so beautifully socially connected and so unbelievably generous and so socially aware, and you actually care about causes and you stand behind them, and then suddenly virally everyone knows about it. So we understood that launching Sanctuary for Kids, that we would be launching because of you, and it's been a phenomenal success. We are working with the Nepal Orphans Home. We built a house called Papa's Goomba House, which is Nepalese for sanctuary, and we reunited 7 sets of sisters. And when I got the email, I just wept. These little girls who didn't think they'd ever see their sisters again are now united for life. Yeah. a third of the way to building a campus for them. Phenomenally little amount of money is needed. It's remarkable what you can do with so little. We're helping homeless teens in Vancouver with their children get off the streets, and we're helping in Haiti. We've just been really, really lucky, but it's very small charities with low operating costs, low overhead. Damien and I are covering all the overhead for Sanctuary for Kids, and thanks to your incredible generosity, amazing things since November have been done. And the fact that 27 girls in Nepal got off the street and were given safe housing, and these sisters were reunited. And it's amazing. So thank you to you. It's been a great success.
I just want to add one last thing. Because of what we're able to do and quickly get money to Haiti within a few weeks of the earthquake, I just want to throw this out to you guys because you are the core of this. Please encourage other shows and movies that you follow to do what we did with Sanctuary for Kids. Every show should be linked to a charity. Can we make that happen?